All right, what's going on, my friends? In this video, I'm going to be going over how I seal my driveway. This is some of the tools you're going to need. I'm going to use a drill with a big mixer to stir this up, and then I have my weed whacker to do the edging to get all the grass off the edges, and I'm going to use a blower just to blow my driveway off to try to clean it up a little. If you don't have a blower, you could just use a broom. And I have my pressure washer. If you don't have a pressure washer, you could probably just use the hose with a nice nozzle on the end. You may want an old pair of shoes, some safety glasses, some work gloves, maybe an old paintbrush, or just buy a cheap paintbrush you can throw away to do some of the edges. And if you don't have the big stir like I have, you can just get a stick to stir it up. And you're going to need, I'm going to use this squeegee just like this one. I bought a little nicer one than I used last time. If you don't want to buy that, that's a little more expensive. You can just buy one like this. And I'm going to use some of my super clean to clean my driveway. I just have to mix this 3 parts water to 1 part super clean. Most of my driveway is really not that bad because my driveway is only a couple years old. And nobody really parks on my driveway, so I don't have any oil on here. But if you would have oil or grease on, you're really going to want to try to scrub that off. If you do have some big oil spots on your driveway, just use some Dawn dish soap and a scrub brush, and that'll help get those big oil spots out. And you don't have to use super clean. You could use any type of driveway cleaner. Make sure you get enough buckets of seal to do your entire driveway. Figure out the square footage, and this says it will do 500 square feet on mine. I really don't think it's going to ever go 500 square feet, so I recommend buying a couple extra buckets, and if you do not use them, you can take them back. But if you start getting toward the end and you run out, it would be a lot nicer to have a little extra than to run out. Just so I do not forget to tell you, one really important thing: if you have a garage, make sure you take all your vehicles out of your garage that you plan on using for the next day or two. That way you don't have to drive right over top of your brand new seal that you just put down if you need to go somewhere. And I'll put a picture right here on the screen. You may need some patch compound if you have bigger holes to fix on your driveway, or some crack sealer just if you have some smaller cracks on your driveway. But like I said, my driveway is brand new, so I didn't buy that stuff. A day before you plan on sealing your driveway, I recommend have your buckets of seal that you bought a day before and turn them upside down like this a day before. So when you do flip these back around and you open them up and you go to start mixing or stirring them up and mixing it up, it'll be a lot easier. Any of the thicker stuff that's on the bottom will come to the top, and it'll be a little bit easier on you. So just flip these over a day before you start to seal your driveway. All right, let me get to cleaning my driveway and seal my driveway. I recommend, if you have any places on your driveway that puddle up, like I have right here, where I get puddles every time it rains, really pay attention to these areas when you're cleaning your driveway, because you may have a lot of dirt buildup and stuff here, so you might have to scrub that a little bit. If you do not scrub that and get all the dirt off, your sealer will not stick to these spots of your driveway. Like I have this spot of my driveway where I have all these little stones that build up and dirt, so I'm going to really try to pressure wash that real good. And then my weed whacker is going to take care of all this grass hanging over the edge. don't forget to pull your vehicles out of your garage before you start sealing your driveway. While I was cleaning my driveway off, I did find a few small little cracks. So I picked up some driveway crack sealant that you can put in a caulking gun. The pictures I put on the screen were something different. I figured this might be a little bit easier since I only have a few cracks I gotta fill in. So you could also go this route. And I bought this at Kohl's Hardware also. You could probably get this at any hardware store. I'm not gonna get too crazy here because I don't know how long this is even really gonna last. It's probably really thin right here. So all right, I also put some duct tape down right here at the edge of my sidewalks so I don't get the driveway sealer all over my sidewalk. And I put some painter's tape at the bottom of my white trim here. See, that one there is really close to my driveway. And that one. I'm just gonna try to be really careful around my concrete in my garage here. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been trying to go down sometimes down the edges, and I'll fix up the edges a little bit. Because if you're not a professional, you're not going to be able to make these edges as good as some of the professionals. So you just go down with a paintbrush and you touch them up. And then with your squeegee, I found if you don't try to put like this edge of the squeegee really close to the edge of your sealant, it's a little better. Like if you have a smaller squeegee, it's probably going to take you a little longer, but I bought this bigger one because I have quite a big driveway here. So I'll just try to keep that edge up above all this sealant. And then just keep dragging it across. and I smack it off if I see any spots that I want to touch up, so you don't get them too many lines. Yeah. There we go. Some of these lines will disappear when it dries. And then here, I'll try to show you how I'm doing the edge. I ended up using 9 buckets on this driveway, and I'll put here on the screen how many square foot I have. As you got to watch, it says on these buckets that I bought 500 square foot. But if I would have bought the exact amount of buckets for this driveway at 500 square foot a bucket, I don't think I would have had enough. I think I ended up buying 2 extra, and I have 2 left. So maybe I'll have a little bit extra. Maybe 1 extra would have been enough. This is how I've been doing my edges. You just gotta kind of tilt your squeegee so it starts pushing over there, and then you gotta start changing your angle up. Be getting better where I can kind of go back and run it through there again. And sometimes I'll just run it back up the opposite way. So you got little dips in my driveway. Last time I had this driveway done, it was a total different driveway. I had a different garage. And I have to say, so far, this looks better than the people I paid. If you have somebody come do your driveway, make sure they clean your driveway or clean the puddles, because if they don't, it's not going to stick. Usually they'll leave and you'll see all kinds of lines in your driveway if they're using a squeegee. It's not good to pick up your squeegee and start over like I did there, but try not to do that. All right, I hope this video helped you out. One really important thing when you're sealing your driveway though, try to make sure you get it all sealed in one day. I ended up doing this in 2 days because I ran out of time. I didn't realize my driveway was going to take so long. Last time I sealed my driveway, it was probably half this size, and maybe I'm getting slower as I get older. I don't know, but just try to make sure maybe you start in the morning and try to do it on the day that's not too hot. Make sure you read your directions on whatever sealer you get, because this sealer, it says if it's over 80 degrees, they actually want you to try to wet your driveway down so it doesn't dry too fast. And if you ever end up missing spots and you put like a second coat over it, it's going to make it a little bit different color. So I have a couple spots like that too. I'm hoping maybe a couple weeks go by, maybe it'll kind of even out. Well, I hope this video helped you out. Thank you very much for watching it. Check out some of my t-shirts down below if you want. It says God Bless America down the side here. Give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button to help support my channel. God bless, and have a great day.